And it's very easy when you like do it in juntos in conjunction with TikTok, because those are only like 1 minute increments. But this one I got off of YouTube because I needed to do something right now. Usually with the TikTok ones is whatever pops up and just happens to be there, right? But I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about managing anxiety, self-care, and self-awareness. And also the flip side of that, looking at it from your side point of view is also from the point of view of others. So I'm going to share a lot, and usually I don't like those words that are used by the industry and institutions, because, when you get back to the root of things, all it is, it's been so long, I forget the record words, but all it is really managing yourself and addressing those things within you that may cause you to be timid. So as you guys know, I'm working on the shed. I threw the recliner out, and what I plan to do, and I'm working on it. I put everything back in last night. I'm not going to pull it all back out, but I'm working on it. I'm going to get the fence stuff up. I have the table set up for me to put all my stuff together. And then I have my little yoga exercise mat out here. I've been out here for the past few days doing this. And, what's important to me, y'all know at times I don't really come out because I be busy or other things are going on. The grass is growing a little bit. I like it that way. It's fine. But I talked about how when I had my little, let me turn it back on me, when I had my little planners together, how important it is for me to come out at least once a day, to just do a walk of the property, to just do a walk of the property and check everything. And also so people can see you, because when people don't see you, it's like it just goes all crazy and wild. So I'm going to show you everything because we need to fix it up and get some better things going. First, we'll walk around the house. That's what we'll do. We'll walk around the house first. So you guys see, this is what I need to work on. Let me show you what I did the other day where I had curtains before, but instead of doing that, because it looked really tacky, I could still put curtains up for privacy, but now it's a little more, see, it's a little better. And that one I did cover with curtains because, for their privacy in mind. And then this is and I need a window. We're not gonna look at that. I'm gonna do it, but after the plan for today is to get the she shed. That's gonna be done today because it's early, bright and early enough. I got my stretch in. The wreath I made is homemade. It's a long time ago. That's from Pool Noodles and from random Dollar Tree stuff. This is my yoga station. The reason I'm using this for my yoga station and for my random workout station, hopefully that girl pops back up on my For You page, is because the flowers are there and it's beautiful. Yesterday, I went through and picked up a whole bunch of bottles and things, and there's more bottles there today, but it is what it is. I'll take care of it afterwards. And this is the side. Usually when I don't cut the grass for a little bit, this is overgrown to the point where but it's not. So I don't know if it died off or it's just growing sporadically, but it seems a lot more accessible, but maybe it's just growing slow. I don't know. And happy St. Patrick's Day coming up. This tree is all in the way. I'm going to close the spot. The opening wasn't that pronounced before because I guess there was a lot of bushes here or something. I think somehow there was a lot of bushes here. Did I clear it? I think somebody else had to clear. I don't know what happened there. And usually it's pretty good about keeping things on the side. They have chickens and stuff, but occasionally from their trash, I'll notice like little pieces of plastic bag and stuff, but that's no big deal. But I plan on doing a little fencing around here, just up through the side like that. It's going to be a while, but step 1 is going to be the she shed. Step 2 is going to be that little crevice. Then step 3 would be the gate on the side. I didn't think, and this is really sad, I didn't think that I needed one before, because, I've never really did. But then I noticed, because I haven't been outside in a while, different things have taken over. Like I noticed there was some cats stalking me because I guess they probably hang out on my futon when I'm not on it, like late at night. And, they were looking at me like, when are you going to leave, And then also I noticed the other day when I opened my door, I saw little feet. So I think it's a little Hispanic boy next door. Their parents aren't teaching them respect. So they're over here with their little feet. And then I guess he heard me open the door and took off running. And so that's when I noticed I really do need to put a gate up on both sides. I did on this side because mostly all the kids like to cut across here. before, but it stopped. So thank God for that. The other thing that I noticed and that I had to do, and this is what causes anxiety. What causes anxiety for me is when you have to do things. You're trying to heal, but then you're put into a situation where you have to deal with people. You have to say something that you don't want to say or address something that you don't want to address because it's one of those things where, how they say if they wanted to, they would, you know? So some things I think you shouldn't have to say, you shouldn't have to request or you shouldn't have to ask, it's just out of general respect. I've been living here for maybe, what's this, 2023. Damn, about 4 years. I've been living here about 4 years. The Hispanic people have been here before me, but and I enjoy the Hispanic people when they have their music. It's great. I enjoy the old black people just listen. They have their loud music. That's great too, But as I was sitting here, they're having a big party, which they do an occasion. As I was sitting here, I noticed a car parked here, and I was just like, Lord, they're gonna fill up this whole thing with their cars. So I asked nicely, and I shouldn't have to ask each time. They know I've been living here for years, but I don't always watch because depending on how great things are going or how busy I am, I don't have the windows open. I don't have the security cameras always up, and I don't want to always come out. And I think not too well, it was a while ago. I don't know, maybe what is this, March? Maybe last year sometime. I had a situation before I put all this up where it was late at night, and it always it seems when you're at peace, when you're at your most peacefulness, that's when a situation will come up. And I remember I just got home. I walked like miles to get home, and I had the table sitting right here, and I was sitting there just relaxing, and I was actually vlogging, and I was saying, oh, what a nice day it is outside. What a great evening. Next thing I know, the folks next door they came out, and I don't think it was people that lived there. I think it was somebody that was visiting. And I said, "Excuse me, please don't come over here. It's late at night." And the girl proceeds to basically curse me out, and then to ask me, "Well, what you gonna do about it?" And then she did this number where she stood on this side of the no trespass sign. A little skinny girl. I don't know if she was an adult or not, but she stepped over on this side and she spit and said, "What you gonna do about it?" And I'm sitting there. I was like, "Ma'am, I shouldn't have to." And this is anxiety. I didn't have anxiety at that time. I was just, enjoying my moment. But I'm just like, "Ma'am, I shouldn't have to do anything about it. You're grown. You should be able to manage yourself." And the same thing here. Like, I shouldn't have to say, if I've been living here like 4 years and you know how I am, and I've always been kind, and I still am. You can still have boundaries and be kind, And some of these things I think are things that people should know automatically. If you don't see me infringing on your space, if you don't see me, and I don't ever complain, I don't complain. I never complain. But the only thing I ask is, you know, when you have all your big park, don't park all your stuff in front of my house. And the reason I say that is because they leave trash everywhere. I picked up, I don't come out here that often, but when I do see trash, I pick it up. But the Modelo beer cans and beer bottles in the bushes, I just picked all that stuff up yesterday. There's another one in there now. And so let me show you what I did to try to remedy it. And I guess, and shout out to the man that actually moved his car. It's only twice that I've asked, and that has actually happened. The first time there was a young girl, and I was like, por favor, si tu se puede, mudar su carro. And, the man that lives there, he gives me this harsh gangster look like he's going to slap me or hurt me. And the girl saw this and she hurried up and she ran. She hurried up and she ran. She hurried up and she ran and she jumped in the car and moved it. And I was like, oh, thank you so much. And she realized exactly what she was doing. What she was doing was, she was keeping the peace. She didn't want a problem. And so, when I did that, the man shot me a look, like I said, and I'll show you real quick what I did in the remedy of that. The man shot me a look. The man shot me a look. You know, and why are you giving me that look? The young boy or the young person that I spoke to, just because they were the closest. The young person that I spoke to said, the young person that I spoke to was just like, okay, not a problem. Not a problem. So he spoke to whoever owned the vehicle. The person went to move it, but I guess because the the man of the house was so harsh, he came over and he had a sweet spirit like I did, so he said something to me and I couldn't hear him. And my Spanish is not that great. And especially since I haven't been in Miami for a long time. So I couldn't hear him. So instead of saying no oíste, I said, no escucha. And he says, no me entiende. No, I said, no, yo entiendo, pero yo no oí. So I came closer. And basically he was just saying, whatever he, like to say there. And I said, I prefer that you not, because I really don't know those people that well. I didn't get all into it, and I'm a very nice, you're very nice, but I don't know those people and I don't want a problem, when we have to speak to each other about something and it escalates. And, he says he respect that, all in Spanish, from what I gathered, this is the pieces that I gathered. And he says, I respect that, and he went on about his business. And then I thought about it, because the way that guy looked at me so hard, what I was feeling was that there were going to be more people that came throughout the day, and that when those people came, he's not going to tell those people, hey, please don't park here, just out of respect for her. On the other side, they have friends that live on the other side, and that's what I told the guy. I said, los amigos de mi vecinos, vive en el otro lado. So si tú quieres, parque en el otro lado, or, tu la todo, and I've mixed up the Spanish and French, todo la lugar en la calle, pero por favor, enfrente de mi casa, yo preferido no, por favor. And he was okay with it, But I know that, based on the vibe and energy that the vibe and the energy that the man of the house had, that the more people came, he was looking for somebody to say no so that there could be like a big fight or argument. But the people that he has there are really nice. And he's really nice to those people, because as soon as I did that, I think the look was that I messed up their vibe. No, you already know. I don't want to have to say anything, and I don't want to put you in a situation where, I'm saying anything, But I always come from a place of timidness. But what I guess, brings the anxiety is when you know that you came as sweet and as timid as you possibly could, but this person is trying to come hard. But then looking at things from the other person's point of view, they don't want to be soft, because they know that they know from the point of someone that may be sweet and timid, that if you're sweet and timid, that people may walk all over you. And that because, they may think I have a complaint about me. I don't have a complaint about anything. Only thing is I ask that, my space, please. I want to enjoy my Saturday the way that I want to enjoy it. I don't even realize it's Saturday. It's just another day for me, but it happens to be Saturday. But I want to enjoy the way that I want to enjoy it. I want to work on my she shed. If I want to do yoga over here, I want to do it. I don't want to have to pick up extra bottles and cans and beer and all that after you guys finish. I didn't say all that, but this is, my thought process. But I understand, like I said, from his point of view, there may be fear. And that's where communication comes in. But if I go out of my way and communicate and speak directly to him and say, hey, lo siento, yo no puedo molestarte, pero, solo un pregunta, una cosa, una cosa de enfrente de mi casa, and I don't know how to say yard, en el parte de enfrente de mi casa, yo no quiero los otros gentes que yo no conozco, so, por favor, respeto mi privacidad, y igualmente yo hacerlo la mismo para ti, But if I say all that, and I don't know what the discussion is, and maybe because when that young lady, speaking loosely, and then she told me to go suck a, what? She said, you should, you need to suck some, whatever. I was like, what? I had to clutch my pearls. And maybe, I'm sure that spread throughout the neighborhood, and I think the people across the street were really concerned for me, because I think they called the police because the police came down here. So when they saw that these people could try me this way, that really they don't have to be nice or respect me at all, because these people, these black people that are supposed to be, that I look kind of like, that, if they don't respect me, then they don't have to either. But, I don't fault anybody, regardless of race or whatever. That's just, what it is. So is what it is. I did what I could. I think that that's a nice way to do it. I'm not trying to start any wars. I've seen that show, Fear Thy Neighbor. I don't want, trust me, I don't want those type of problems. But yeah, but it's just about respect. And I see things on TikTok where see things on TikTok where, the young people are saying, oh, they were talking about not even young people, and even people with money were doing this, like, well, appear to be money or appear to be doing better. Because I guess if you didn't know the history of this neighborhood or lived in this neighborhood, you would think it's probably pretty middle class. But really, it's a lot of Section 8 housing, a lot of retired people, you know, probably some unknown group homes and things like that. But, on TikTok, I've seen different instances I saw where people that were like 35 to 45, but a little better houses than these, right? And, there was some guy with this huge ass Hummer, and he had this huge Hummer, and the neighbors, he came home and he was complaining because the neighbors put a little note on his car, because I guess he just leaves it there for 6 months and be gone, and he was complaining about it because he was just like, oh, nobody owns the street, blah blah blah, that's a Karen, that's a Karen. But you have to understand that that whole 6 months that you're gone, that those people live there. You know what I'm saying? Those people live there. They want to enjoy the space in front of the house the way that they want to. They weren't rude about it. They weren't disrespectful about it. Hey, JC family, good morning and congratulations on your family. I'm so happy for you. Family is always a good thing. How are you and your family spending this Saturday? For me, I'm working on my she shed, and I don't want to run you away, but I'm very open, so I share everything. So I'm gonna make it like a screen and patio. I had curtains up the front, but I'm working on it. These are the tools that I will be using in this bag, and that's how I'm spending. And then this is going to be my yoga station over here. I did a little bit this morning, not much. So how are you and your family spending this Saturday? Do you have plans to go out, head out? Where are you guys from? All that, and welcome. But yeah, and it's so funny because I'm so used to, there's not really a lot going on in my live streams. It's usually just a mental health moment for me, but it's always nice when I have people stop in and visit. But sometimes it does throw me off because I'm usually used to having just a soliloquy. But I'm so glad that you're here, and it's kind of awkward too because I don't know if that runs people away once you start talking to them, and you don't know if you're just really talking to yourself. But welcome. I'm glad you're here. And let me see, will it allow me to check out because usually when I'm on the computer, I will go check out the people's profile. But, I'm so happy to see families. That's something that I really miss. I'm a family of one, but was me going to check out your page, and wow, I just went to glance at it. I'm gonna have to really sit down and watch your videos when I have a chance. I'm gonna subscribe to it. Seems like you got fun family content, like pranks on your husband and cool stuff like that. So I'm definitely gonna go check it out. And welcome, and thank you for stopping by. It's so nice to meet you. I really appreciate it. Well, I'm gonna go and start working on some things. I pop in and out of live throughout the day, as needed. And so I love you. Thank you for stopping by. And I hope you have a great morning this morning with your family. We're from Baltimore, Maryland. Okay, I went to Maryland once for my college years sometime circa 1993 to 97. And I think that was the first time that I ever seen a homeless family. I went there with a friend from college, and we went to, I think it was like the Waterside. It's a sad story. I'm not going to sadden up this Saturday, but that was my first time I saw a homeless person. But I love you, and I hope you guys have a great morning. Goodbye for now.